Today, I want to share something that completely changed the way I think about immigration, money, and building wealth. Let me ask you a question. Why do some immigrant communities become extremely successful, while others spend decades working hard but never build real wealth? Why do some groups own properties, businesses, and investments back home while others are still living paycheck to paycheck after 20 years abroad? The answer is not luck. The answer is not intelligence. And the answer is not that they have more opportunities. The answer is strategy. Today, we are going to look at two African countries that consistently lead the continent when it comes to diaspora wealth. Egypt and Kenya. Every year, their citizens living abroad send billions of dollars back home. But the real story is not how much money they send. The real story is what they do with that money. And if you are living abroad today, these lessons could completely change your financial future. Let's begin. The first lesson comes from Egypt. One thing successful Egyptians understand is that education is not an expense. It is an investment. Before many Egyptians leave their country, they focus on acquiring skills that are valuable anywhere in the world. They become doctors, engineers, pharmacists, IT professionals, accountants, highly skilled workers. When they arrive in North America, Europe, or the Gulf countries, they are not competing for the lowest paying jobs. They are entering careers that pay well from the beginning. They understand something very important. The fastest way to increase your income is not always to work harder. Sometimes it is to become more valuable. A nurse earns more than a cleaner. An engineer earns more than a laborer. A software developer earns more than someone with no specialized skill. Successful immigrants understand that skills create income. Income creates savings. Savings create investments. And investments create wealth. The second lesson comes from Kenya. Kenyans have developed a reputation for being some of the smartest real estate investors in Africa. Many Kenyans living abroad follow a simple rule: earn abroad, build at home. While many immigrants spend years trying to impress people with expensive cars and luxury lifestyles, many successful Kenyans focus on acquiring assets: land, rental apartments, commercial properties, businesses. They understand that money sitting in a bank account is not working. Money invested in assets is working 24 hours a day. While they sleep, while they work, while they travel, their investments continue growing. This is one reason why so many members of the Kenyan diaspora have built significant wealth. They are not just earning money. They are converting income into assets. Now let me share another powerful lesson. Many successful Kenyans do not invest alone. They use investment groups commonly known as shammers. Imagine 10 friends contributing money every month. Instead of one person trying to buy a large property alone, they combine their resources. Together they can buy bigger assets. Together they can reduce risk. Together they can access opportunities that would be impossible individually. This is a lesson many immigrants can learn. Sometimes collaboration creates opportunities that one person cannot achieve alone. Now let us talk about another secret both Egyptians and Kenyans understand very well. They think long-term. Many immigrants arrive abroad and focus only on surviving, paying rent, paying bills, paying loans. There is nothing wrong with that. But successful immigrants eventually move beyond survival mode. They start asking bigger questions. What will my life look like in 10 years? What assets am I building? What legacy am I creating? What happens if immigration policies change? What happens if I decide to return home? What will I own? These questions change everything, because they force you to think beyond today's paycheck. Now let us discuss something equally important. What do successful diaspora communities avoid? First, they avoid lifestyle inflation. As their income increases, they do not immediately increase their spending. Many immigrants receive a salary increase and immediately buy a more expensive car, a larger apartment, designer clothes, luxury items. Successful wealth builders think differently. They ask, will this purchase make me richer, or will it simply make me look richer? There is a big difference. The second thing they avoid is endless dependency. This is a difficult conversation. Helping family is important. Supporting loved ones is important. But successful immigrants understand that permanent dependency destroys wealth. Instead of constantly sending money for consumption, they look for ways to create independence. They invest in businesses. They purchase productive assets. They create opportunities. Their goal is not to create dependence. Their goal is to create empowerment. The third thing they avoid is isolation. Many immigrants only interact with people from their own communities. Successful wealth builders expand their networks. They attend business events. They connect with professionals. They learn from successful people. They build relationships that open new doors, because opportunities often come through people. Now, my fellow Africans abroad, I want to be very clear. This video is not about Egypt. This video is not about Kenya. This video is about you, because the same principles can work whether you come from Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi, South Sudan, Nigeria, Ghana, or any other country. The formula remains the same. Develop valuable skills. Lie below your means. Invest in assets. Think long-term. Build strong networks. And never allow yourself to stay trapped in survival mode forever. Remember this. You did not cross borders just to pay bills. You did not leave your family simply to survive. You made sacrifices for a bigger future. You made sacrifices for financial freedom. You made sacrifices to create opportunities that previous generations never had. So learn from those who are already succeeding. Study what works. Apply the lessons. And build your own success story. Thank you for watching Diaspora Connect. Tell me in the comments, what is the biggest lesson you learned from today's video? If you found value in this content, please like, subscribe, and share it with another African living abroad. And remember our mission. Build your future where your heart is. See you in the next video.